And I think the problem is too, if you look at someone like Maxine Waters, for example,
Oh
like,
my God.
you know, and I'm not pro Trump, I'm not pro anything. I look at what I'm looking at, and I say we have a president in office right now that's the president. Same thing when Bill Clinton was in office, the whole Monica Lewinsky thing came up, and I voted for that guy. I stumped for him. I campaigned for, I got an award for campaigning for him. I liked him at the time. And I was doing the same thing the Democrats were doing. I was saying, look, I don't care if he got his dick sucked in the Oval Office. I don't care. I don't care. It's not about that. It's not about his character. And the Democrats are saying the same thing. It's not about his character. It's about how he is presidential, how he is doing his job. And now it's like suddenly all these people become these super prudes. Be like, oh, well, he had a porn star relationship with his pregnant wife. I'm like, yeah, so no guy ever fucks another woman while his wife is pregnant. Like, it never happens in the whole world. The guy's a human being. He's not a politician, and he's not trying to hide his tracks.
Also, Gandhi was a philanderer.
Gandhi, MLK,
all of them.
They all couldn't keep the dick in their pants. But I think that's what.
It's not something we should be focusing.
No, because I think that's actually, and this is kind
of distraction.
But it's also indicative of a powerful male leader, is that he wants to fuck everything, right? His dick is going to power his manlyhood, right? He's going to be a male leader, like that's what alpha male. That's what they are. They want to fuck everything.
Sure.
And I'm like, I don't have a problem with fucking. Like, I don't have a problem with that. Like, everybody got here by fucking. Like, who cares? But suddenly, everybody I know, comedians,
it's puritanical,
right? Now. But suddenly, comedians are so prudish, right? Louis C.K. whips his dick out. Oh my God, what a horrible man!
He has no career now.
You know how many comics? You know how many comics that I know, male comics that make their living putting their dicks out on stage? Like, so many. Like, there's so many male comics I know that can't handle keeping their clothes on stage. They think it's the funniest thing ever to show their ass, and so they do it under the cover of comedy or the stage. But they're still the same kind of perverted person that Louis C.K. is. But Louis C.K. is just he's a weird guy.
Also, there are actual pedophiles who have been convicted who work in Hollywood today.
Yeah, Bryan Singer.
And nobody gives a shit.
You know?
Brian Peck, another one. Like a bunch of dudes.
So many. And
Nickelodeon, Disney, all your favorites.
It's like, you know, and the way I look at it, though, it's kind of, an odd angle to look at it, but I look at it, that's the way the machine's been running since the 1900s, right? It's just been running that way. You have these producers taking advantage of nubile young starlets, because the starlets have nothing, they have no brains, they have only looks, so they have only their bodies to go on. So they give it up to try to get the jobs. And that's just the way it's been working, because the girls that come into acting, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are very beautiful, but they've had to get by on their looks their whole lives.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. Well, Jennifer Lawrence is talented. Like, she has talent too.
She is, but she started off on the Bill Engvall show.
Well, Bill Engvall, I met him. He's cool.
He's cool, yeah. It's a good show.
And he probably took care of her.
Good show.
They didn't hurt her, you know.
Oh, I didn't say that.
And she did, you know, and she's good. Winter's Bone. She's amazing, right? So she had talent. She recognized that. John Travolta did the same thing. They both dropped out of high school in their sophomore year and went into acting. You know, Alicia Silverstone, another one that dropped out of high school. Christina Applegate, another one dropped out of high school. So you have all these mostly female stars and one male star, John Travolta, who drops out of high school and goes into acting because they have the talent. You know, so and so the system works, and now people are exposing it because women aren't as stupid anymore. They can have brains and beauty now because there's more opportunities open to them growing up, and they're not all coming from the Midwest. You know, Norma Jean Bakers coming out of nowhere, trying to make it on their looks. You know, that's not the way it is. And there are factions in the female side that hate those pretty girls, and there's factions that hate those ugly girls.
And people don't really talk about that as much. They really want to make it a male patriarchy kind of situation when females have been worse to each other than any male in my life. Yeah. Like, I mean, I've seen it. Like,
because I'm surprised I don't see a lot of these girls coming out against sororities in college, because sororities are the ultimate bullshit pits.
Oh my gosh!
But a lot of these girls that are out there in front of the hashtag Me Too thing, they're all in sororities in college.
Yeah.
They all took advantage of that.
They were mean girls.
They were mean girls, and I know a lot of them. A lot of these Me Too girls are mean girls, and they're mean to men, and they parse out their delights, you know. But but I know a lot of them too weren't above using their sexuality to get a job, and I don't look down on people like that. You know, if I was a handsome man, I was like a handsome chiseled guy. Fuck, man.
But don't lie. Like, I don't like the you know, victimization of yourself when you put yourself in that situation.
Or don't say, oh, I have all this stuff, but oh my God, I regret how I got it. Well, then give it up. Give it all up. Give it all back. You're not going to do that, right? So, you know, and I think there's advantage taken of men too. You know, I know plenty of gay actors coming up that have had to suck dick or take up the ass for a part.
Brad Pitt.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know him, but
I mean,
I do
allegedly.
I do know actors that had to do that, and the men aren't as scarred as the women, and I do believe that women get a little more scarred than men. That's just how I think. But and I don't think anybody should be taken advantage of. But I feel if you want to be taken advantage of, and the reward is worth your risk, that's your choice. But stick to your choice. Stick to your thing.
Don't change the story.
Right. Like Pamela Anderson, right? Like she had a great interview with I don't want to say Megyn Kelly maybe.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, she had a great interview. She's like, don't go to the hotel room with somebody else.
Yeah.
I always had someone go with me. Don't be an idiot. Like, don't put yourself in a position where you're gonna get raped. And people who is victim blame. Like, no, it's just like I'm a photographer, as you know.
Yeah.
And I travel at night a lot, and I keep my camera tucked behind me so no one sees it. I don't carry a bag because I don't want anybody to see a camera bag. Because they see a camera bag, they're gonna come over immediately. So I have the camera, tuck it back. Now, should I have to do that? Should I just be able to carry my camera out in the open?
Yeah, in
Absolutely.
a perfect world.
I should be able to do that. I can't because I'm not an idiot. So I know if I put it out there, someone's going to come and try to take it. Or they're going to come over and accost me. Like, I know that. So don't put yourself in a position where you're going to be a victim. And if you feel like you might be, bring someone with you. Bring some protection. Be ready to walk out the door.
Don't trust the... Okay, so in some of these situations, Harvey Weinstein had an assistant, most of them, who helped cover for him. Like, basically, she was the lure. So if you're in that situation, don't just trust whoever you see at the office, in his office. Just bring somebody of your own who can vouch for you.
Right. Or set
Protect
it on
yourself.
your own terms.
Yes.
Be like, I'm not going to meet you in a hotel room. Let's meet in the bar downstairs.
Yes.
Or we'll meet in a restaurant.
In public.
Yeah, no, it's, I don't know, we kind of got off topic there, but it comes to the Oscars.
Yes.
Well,
it goes back to that because they keep bringing it up.
And I think it's because the ratings were low as a result of that, because no one wants to see pontificating. They want to see movie stars and
We're
glamour
sick
and
of
fun.
this shit.
Right.
Like, let's fix the problems. Let's stop talking about shit and start doing something about it.
Well, yeah, and it's like, and going back...
This is neoliberalism in a nutshell.
Well, it's not even neoliberalism. It's just, it's human nature out of control at the moment. And why are we taking the time to go back and look 25 years to get these guys? Acknowledge it happened, deal with it, start now, and fix it now. If you're going to keep going back 20 years, you're going to hold everything back, And Harvey Weinstein, for all his fucking weird faults, was brilliant at what he did. So you're still taking that...
A lot of these people are talented.
Right, and you're taking that artistic heart out of this business and putting it in the hands of people that don't know what they're doing. So we're going to have maybe a decade of time where there's a lot of inexperienced entertainment going on and a lot of things happening where things are going to be as great as they were. Are they going to be different? Are they going to be punctuated with this political stuff? And I don't have a problem with it. Art is room for everything. Art has room for every sort of philosophy, but if you want ratings, you have to balance it out.
And you can't be divisive. Like, oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna say all this stuff that I know that half of the audience is going to disagree with. Yeah, and then expect everyone to love me. Like, that's...
They don't care about that. They're talking about half of the audience that does agree with them. And I think, again, why these Oscars were so low rated is that they don't realize that what's happening on the West Coast and the East Coast is not what's happening in the middle of the country.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get.
And they can post all the rallies.
When are they going to talk about Flint again is what I want to know.
Well, there's a documentary now on Flint on Netflix. This isn't about the water crisis, but it has, incidentally, it's about that. But it's more about the police force and the public unrest there. But that doesn't matter to them because that's not a sexy thing, right?
I know.
Nobody cares about things until sex is involved.
It's scandal.
Everybody
Scandal will
loves
always
fucking. They want to know who's fucking who and how are they fucking them and what are they fucking them with, and they want to know all this stuff. But people are so afraid to say, "Oh yeah, I enjoy nudity. I enjoy fucking. I enjoy talking about these things. Or I enjoy rough sex porn.
And that's when it gets repressed, and then it becomes this big issue.
Well, everybody becomes afraid, right?
Yeah.
So before, I think my mom is really upset about Trump. Like, she really hates the fact that he's around, and I try to calm her down. Be like, he's only gonna be around for a few years. Like, just deal with it.
That's the deal.
And then when he leaves, maybe. I mean, I honestly think he'd get a second term right now. I think it could happen for him. I think there's a Democratic.
Yeah, right now.
A Democratic nominee.
For sure.
I don't think they're going to find him in 2 years. I don't think they're going to find him. But
he'd have to resign at this point.
Well, he's not, because there's no reason for it. He hasn't
I know, but like, right? So, I'm just saying, like, they would have to find a reason. The people behind the scenes.
They're trying, and it's like this porn star thing is like a stupid thing.
But it would have to be something he would agree with, and they have a deal. Yeah. That's what it is. Behind closed doors, they have deals, and they have like parties and shit. And
I'm sure they've had those stuff already with him. He's a smart guy. Like, people think he's a moron because the media portrays him that way. You
can't get as far as that person has gotten without being
very, very smart about money, especially in business, and how to deal with people. Having been through a few corporate takeovers in my time, he's doing exactly what a person comes in when they take over a corporation. Exactly the same thing. Create misdirection, create confusion, get your job done while everybody's trying to figure out what to do and where they're going to land. You do your job.